Hi guys, so I'm still on holiday in Devon, and today I visited a small village called Boscastle. Whilst in Boscastle, I visited the Museum of Witchcraft and Magic, and this is one of the largest witchcraft related museums in the UK. So I got the guide from the museum, which costs £1.50, and it does just sort of give you a quick sort of overview of the best bits of the museum. It also talks to you about a bit of the history and how it originated from a lady just being really interested in witchcraft from when she was a very young age, and she slowly grew her collection, and that's how it got so large. So I did buy a lot of things from the gift store, and the reason I am showing you these in a haul is they do have an online store. So if you're unfortunate enough not to be able to visit Boscastle, or you just don't live anywhere near it, then you are able to buy the things I show you online, and they can just send them straight to your house, which is a really lovely touch. So the first thing in my haul was this museum guide, which is just a really helpful thing if you do want to know a little bit more about the history behind the museum and its relation to Boscastle, and also some of the best bits within the museum to look for. So then I bought 2 cards which just say the Museum of Witchcraft for one of my friends and my sister. I'm sending postcards to all my family, so I thought these would be quite a fun thing to send. So the next thing I got from the shop is a Doof Doll who does tasks for you. Now a really nice thing about the gift shop is it's all sort of handmade packaging, and on the back it does give you some information about what you're buying and how it relates to witchcraft. So this is just the logo for the Museum of Witchcraft and Magic, and then underneath it has the title of the item which you've bought, so the Doof Doll, and on the back it has a little paragraph about what this doll is for. This is the Doof Doll which I bought from the museum, and I got this orange and black one because it kind of reminded me of Halloween and I thought it was quite cute. So on the back of the label it says, Doof dolls are household guardians and helpers. The name Doof derives from the intent purpose to do tasks for you. It is important to make your Doof your own by adding jewellery, trimming her hair, or leaving her gifts. Once a bond is established, you can ask her to perform tasks for you, like protecting your home or car. Treat your Doof with kindness and respect, and she will repay you with great loyalty. So the main thing with this is just to make her your own, give her possibly a nice little haircut or add some jewellery. She does have a little necklace on already, and as long as you treat her kindly, she should sort of look after you. I'm thinking of having her in my car just to keep me safe and hopefully sort of prevent any unwanted accidents. So the next things I got 3 of them. I got one for me, one for my sister, and one for my friend, and they are lucky Cornish Pixie charms. So these are the little pixies. They each come in an individual bag. So this is just a little pixie sort of with their legs sort of up to their chin and their arms just going around the leg, and it does have this little loop at the top so you could perhaps attach it to a key ring or a piece of jewellery. And on the back of this packaging it just says, show respect to this little folk, carry this charm with you to bring good luck. So I have noticed that quite a few shops in this area sell piskies or pixies, and it is a very sort of Cornish tradition thing to do, but I thought I'd buy mine from the Museum of Witchcraft just because it shows a little bit more support. So the next thing I got in the museum was a Scarab Necklace. So this is a very simple necklace. It's just got a little scarab beetle at the bottom, and it says Scarab Amulet at the top. So on the back of this package it says, an ancient Egyptian symbol to be worn on the wrist or neck. The scarab is believed to assist the sun on its daily journey and was regarded as a symbol of eternal life. Scarab amulets have been found on mummies and are believed to offer protection in life and the afterlife. So the necklace is just on a black cord, and it's quite long, so it can be worn just above the chest as a necklace or obviously as a bracelet. And I have just noticed after taking it out of the package that it does have an Egyptian eye on the back. So the next thing I got is a protection bind rune stone, which is basically a necklace that is meant to bring you protection. So I got 2 of these. They're both exactly the same. You could get ones for love, for wealth and success, but I got one for protection. I got 2 because I'm going to give one as a gift for one of my friends. So in terms of style, it's exactly the same as the Scarab Necklace, although it has been knotted around the actual charm. And on the back of this, it says, a Norse symbol to be worn on the neck or wrist. Since ancient times, runes have been used for magic. A bind rune is where 2 or more runes are combined for a purpose. This runic inscription is believed to help bring protection. So on each of the different necklaces, the engraving is different because a different symbol is used for the different meanings. I got the protection one. So the next thing I got is very simple. It's very sort of stereotypical little pocket money gift that you get from a museum, and it is just a keyring. So this cost £2 and it says the Witches of Boscastle selling the wind. There was so many different designs of these type of keyrings, but I got this one just because I liked the fact that they incorporated the witch and also Boscastle, so it does sort of remind you of where the actual museum is. And on the back it just does have their logo again saying Boscastle, Cornwall. So this is pretty much impossible to show you, but it is a long car sticker that says beware I practice witchcraft. And witchcraft is really large. You can sort of make it out there, and then it has 2 witches either side. So they did sell quite a few different car stickers. They sold a couple of long ones and some circular ones, and these are made especially so you can stick them on the inside of the window and they can be read outside of the car. So this is the most expensive item I bought, but definitely my favourite item of this whole trip. So I got a Pentacle Necklace, and this is meant to look like a pentacle made out of wands. So this necklace is made out of sterling silver, and it comes with this little information thing that says sterling silver pentacle modelled on a pentacle from the ritual collection. The 5 points are said to represent the elements of earth, fire, air and water, which combined with spirits are the essentials of life. So the lady in the museum who I bought this from was explaining how it is based on one of the pictures in the museum, which is of 5 different wands. And although I have seen similar ones to this online, I thought that this one was really special just because it was designed for the museum. And although this is a little bit more expensive, it is sterling silver, which means it will last a lot longer. So these were a little bit more of a jokey thing which I bought. I bought one for me and one for my sister, and they are just little £1 erasers. So they are meant to look like little books, and they have the actual logo of the museum, and it says Museum of Witchcraft and Magic underneath, and they do look actually quite realistic, although they are just rubbers. The next thing I got was these bees in a bag. Now I did actually notice a real version of this in the museum, which showed a little black pouch and it had 3 dead bumblebees laying next to it. I took a photo of it because I thought it was something I'd quite like to do myself. So the reason I got this is it will give me a pouch, and it also does come with 3 bee charms, which will act as the same kind of thing until I do get some real bumblebees to put in here. This is what the pouch looks like, and these are the 3 little bee charms that come inside it. And on the back of the actual label it says, a little bee bag filled with 3 bee charms. The museum has a similar item with real bumblebees in its collection. Charms like this were hung in the best rooms of the house to bring health, happiness and good fortune to the home. I'm not really sure how well this would work with the fake bee charms in it. I am planning to get actual real bumblebees to put in there, but for now this will do. So the next thing I got is a psychic ability spell bag, which is basically 3 little essentials to doing a very simple spell. So inside this bag you do get a spell scroll, a spell candle and also some herbs. So this is what the little bag looks like. It's very simple, and the thing I do really love about the herbs is they have gone to the effort of putting little bits of wax on the top just to keep them sealed in there. And on the back it says a spell candle, a pot of special herbs and a spell scroll for psychic ability. Used together with the right intentions, they may work. And then underneath it goes into a little bit more of the health and safety of using a candle, and also some of the consequences which could happen if you left a candle unattended. So the last things I got were these 2 button badges. This one's just the logo for the museum, and this one says Witch. So I'm planning to put my buttons on one of my leather jackets like this, and I think that they will fit in very nicely. So those are all the items which I got from the Witchcraft Museum. At the very end of this video I'm going to add a few pictures from the museum, just a couple of items which really stood out to me. So if you are interested in those, please stay tuned for the end of the video. So I'm now going to show you a few items which I got from the Witchcraft Shop, which is situated right next to the museum, which is really helpful if you two are planning to visit the museum. But they do also have an online store which does feature some of their items. The first thing I got was this little hanging stained glass image, and it is of a witch on a broomstick, and it does have these little bats attached to it. I got this for my sister for a present because she too is really into sort of witches and sort of witchcraft, and she collects anything which is kind of stained glass, so I thought that this was a perfect gift. One of the jobs I also have is looking after a couple of small children, and one of the girls is obsessed with fairies, so I got her a little fairy statue, which is just a little painted fairy who's sitting under a mushroom. So the next thing they got was a little set of bats. Now there's 3 of them all together, and they hang sort of down in a line. So this one is just a flying bat. This is sort of it hangs this way around, so it looks like a tired yawning bat, and this one is asleep. So this is the bat which is flying down, and these are all handmade in Cornwall. This is my favourite bat, which is the yawning sleepy bat. I really like the detail which has gone in to give him little pink tired cheeks and his little fangs. And then last off, it has this really happy little sleeping bat. So these bats were actually part of the display in the shop, and they came as a set of 3. So I did also get this tiny little sign which says, "The more people I meet, the more I like my cat," which is just a funny little thing I thought I could hang somewhere in my room or in my car. And the main reason I got it is because it's a black cat and my cat is black. And then the last thing which I bought, I actually bought 2 of them, I got one for my friend as well, is a little plaque which made me laugh. It says, "Today I will be happier than a seagull with a stolen chip," which I thought was very fitting. I do really love seagulls, so I thought this would do perfectly to sort of hang by my door. So that's everything I bought in Boscastle and the Museum of Witchcraft and Magic. I really enjoyed the museum, so if you do get the chance to go and just have a look around, it's definitely worth it. Also, the admission prices were really cheap, so it's not like it's going to take a massive chunk out of your budget. I hope you enjoyed this video, and hopefully next time you see me I won't be in this really odd location. Have a good week. Bye.